Hi, I'm Jordin Marshall, and I'm a graduate of the Front-End Web Development course at Louisville via the Treehouse curriculum. Over the 12 weeks, we are encouraged to create a website based off our ideas or anything that interests us. I chose to create a website that allowed teachers and parents to communicate a lot more effectively. What this website does is it allows parents to keep track of their child's classwork, homework, quizzes, and tests online in real time without having to ask their child. Let's take a look. I'm opening my project using Safari, and what's currently displayed is the homepage to mrmarshall.us. This particular website was designed for Mr. Marshall, a math teacher at Jeffersonville High School in Jeffersonville, Indiana. The first thing we see is the navigation in a fully functional carousel. The carousel on the homepage features 3 pictures of Mr. Marshall that runs on an autoplay loop, but can be cycled through manually by clicking on either the left back or the right forward arrow. Underneath the carousel, we have a row of 4 columns of information for the parents of the students in Mr. Marshall's classes. We have the keeping track of assignments, real-time completion records, and stay up-to-date sections, which all provide brief summaries to parents about what the purpose of the website is and how it works. Next to these columns is a live Twitter feed to further help keep parents and students up to date on what's going on in the classroom. Next, we have the Bridging the Communication Gap, as well as the About Your Teacher section. Both of these sections provide detailed descriptions about how the website works, why it came about, as well as information about Mr. Marshall himself. In the footer, we have 4 media icons which allow you to either email Mr. Marshall directly, visit Jeffersonville High School's Twitter or Facebook pages, as well as call the school. The website is broken down into 4 different sections other than the homepage. We have the class and homework section and quiz and test section. These 2 sections function the exact same and display drop-downs which allow parents to select the class period that their child is currently in. We have the parents section that displays a sign-up form which allows Mr. Marshall to know which parents would like to receive email reminders and notifications pertaining to anything classroom related as well as anything about their current child. The handout section currently doesn't display anything, but in the future will display handouts and downloadable content for parents and students pertaining to class information as well as school information. We also have a Jeff High tab that immediately takes you to the actual Jeffersonville High School website. In the class and homework section or the quizzes and test section, once the parent selects their class period that their child is in, they will see 2 tables displayed that correspond to the tab that they chose. Each table displays the number of the assignment, the due date for the assignment, and the name of the assignment. When a parent clicks the assignment, they display the student numbers. The ones that are marked out indicate that the student has turned in the assignment. The ones that have yet to be marked out correspond to students who have yet to turn in the assignment. Thanks to DOM manipulation, anytime Mr. Marshall adds another assignment, it immediately shows up on the page, as well as any other information that he may add pertaining to homework, quizzes, classwork, and tests. This website is also fully responsive, so when we zoom in our browser, we still have a fully functional website. Now let's take a look at the code. My index.html, we have our declarations at the top. We have our Bootstrap import, our Google Fonts import, and my personal styles CSS import. After our navigation, we have our carousel with our images that are represented in the carousel. We have our column rows, as well as a JavaScript for our Twitter timeline that allows us to keep track and import tweets as they happen in real time. We have an additional row that discusses how to keep track of assignments and all the necessary information that the parents need, as well as information about Mr. Marshall himself. And at the bottom we have our hrefs that point to our Mr. Marshall email, the Twitter, Facebook, as well as phone number. And then at the bottom we have our Bootstrap imports and jQuery imports. On the homework and quiz section, how we keep track of that is with an iframe script code that allows us to manipulate the DOM to keep track of all assignments and whether or not the students completed them or did not complete them, as well as an additional student of the month image placed in the carousel. In my CSS, I have it broken down into many different sections. I have my typography section, my general section, images, navigation, colors, my carousel images and colors, each row, the iframe containers, as well as the footer. I have a media query placed for the breakpoint of the site. Steps for the website are to implement an element so that teachers can assign students homework on the website and they can go home and complete it at their own pace. Upon graduation, I plan on entering the job market in hopes of becoming a junior front-end web developer, as well as taking Code Louisville's 12-week PHP course. I'm Jordin Marshall, and thank you for watching.